Welcome to the Blind Loyalty Challenge. I am Amanda Cromhope from Truth Loyalty and the Blind Loyalty Trust. We interview world leaders in loyalty blindly. The challenge is about creating loyalty insight spontaneously and about a lot of fun. Simultaneously, it is about raising the awareness of the Blind Loyalty Trust, and 100% of the proceeds from my book, Blind Loyalty, 101 Loyalty Concepts Radically Simplified, go towards the trust. We hope you enjoy the Blind Loyalty Challenge. Today's Blind Loyalty Challenge takes us Southern Hemisphere to Southern Hemisphere. I'm in Cape Town and I am talking to Mexico. I am talking to Fernando Jimenez from Leal Hub. And we met at the Loyalty Juggernaut CAB, the Client Advisory Board, a couple of weeks ago in Hyderabad. And we had the South African contingent, I'm British, from South Africa, with the Mexicans. We became good friends. So at that point, I persuaded Fernando and his other Mexican friends to join us on the Blind Loyalty Challenge. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you very much, Amanda, for the invite. It was a pleasure meeting you. And about the Mexicans, they're a lot of fun. So I'm glad we made friends.
I know you're a lot of fun. We had the best time. And we did a lot of great work as well. So straight into it. Your first question is actually set by Cindy Deng, who was also at CAB, and it's just by chance that I've picked Cindy's question today. Cindy from Davie. Her question's quite a tough one. I'm just warning you. So her question is, how would you approach the commercials behind a coalition program, and how do you look at the revenue share across partners?
It is indeed a very good question. And we've been working on something that we're calling a Center of Excellence for loyalty programs. And we know that there's a lot of challenges in terms of you cannot favor any of your partners, right? I mean, you have to have a very mature structure in order to deliver value to all of them. So how do you deliver this value and this return on investment? You have to have a very good governance structure. So you have to be fair with your commercial partners, with your program members, and also with the program. So you have to have all these rules in order to balance what you're delivering to each of these three key stakeholders, as we call them. So we believe, or I believe, that governance and clear rules are key to deliver this value to all of these shareholders.
I think it's probably one of the simplest things when you explain it like that. But we actually have 3 chapters in Blind Loyalty about the commercials, and it doesn't do it justice because, like, we know how complex it is. But it's simple when you put the principles down, but actually in practice, we know how complex it can be. But I think if you start with the principles, you've got a good crack at it. So
yes. No, I do agree with you, because at the end of the day, not just your commercial partners are looking for their own objectives, but also different teams within the loyalty program. They're looking for example, CRM, they're looking for taking care of the database. But the marketing team, they want to deliver as much emails out there as they can, and partners want a return on investment. So how do you balance that? That's a very big challenge.
Yeah. Well, we'll leave that challenge for Cindy to take and run with it with her coalition program. My second question is based on chapter 64 of Blind Loyalty, and it's around gamification. It's something we didn't actually talk that much about in Hyderabad. But what is either your own personal favorite example of great gamification in loyalty, or one as a loyalty professional that you've seen put in place?
Another very good question. And gamification is being like a common trend across loyalty programs in the world. But I believe the key of the gamification is, how did you create this stickiness within the program, right? How do you achieve that program members are using you as a loyalty program all the time? There are things that I would say that are like just like to have that, but there are others that are very good. And I'm going to use this example. the Duolingo streaks challenges. They're
Yeah.
very useful, and people get stuck in there, and I'm not gonna lose my streak and stuff. That's a very good one, I believe, and I would say that those functionalities that keep members interacting with your program, those are the ones that really work. And also, if they are working towards brand love, that's a
Yeah.
company, right?
Yeah, there's some incredible case studies that have come out of Discovery Vitality, I spoke about when we
Yes.
met, around that behavior of the streaks, of how they've created their program around the streaks, and then obviously talking with you and Alexandra around Fit Tribe, around that streak mentality. And often I hear many loyalty professionals quote Duolingo as well, which is just incredible, given it's not really a loyalty program, but it's such an incredibly engaging and plays into behavioral economics so beautifully.
Yeah, and I think that you have to be very careful using gamification and some other techniques.
Mm,
You have to be very um, repeating the same word, careful in terms of ethics, right? Because
yeah,
to prevent that you're not manipulating your customers. So it has to be very, very well balanced.
yeah, stunning. Great, thank you. The last question. So this is a bit of a toughie, and I'm really interested in your view on this. So in Blind Loyalty, we have a chapter 88 about how to manage the RFP process when you're bringing on a tech vendor. So I'm interested to know how much weight should the client put on reports like Forrester or Gartner in the RFP process? Because there's times when we talk to our clients and they don't know anything about those reports or have heard of them and may use them as backup. And there's other times when the head of IT or whoever swears by those reports. From your experience, what is the right approach?
Well, the idea of those reports, um, it's to, I mean, it can give you a head start. It can save you some work on benchmarking and investigating
Yeah,
functionalities and stuff. But also, I think that the process has to be very, um, I'm losing the word in English, but it does not have to be influenced by anything. It has to be very objective. So I
yeah,
would say that those reports can be a help, can be some valuable information. That's work being done ahead. But also you have to be very objective and to consider some other opportunities, some other vendors, because at the end, the platform, the technology that you select for your program, it has to comply with your program design. The problem sometimes
of
is that
course.
the technology that you pick cannot do what you need for your program. And it has happened to me before that we designed a program, we were stuck with some kind of technology that the company had already selected, and
Yeah.
there were some functionalities that we needed for tiers, for upgrades and downgrades that the current technology didn't have that. So we had to go in and develop some special things and stuff. So I would say that you have to be very objective. You
Mm.
can take some other information from reports that can be useful, and you have to pick that technology that complies with your program definition or
Yeah.
construct.
And I actually talk about that in Blind Loyalty around please don't go and choose your tech until you've got the design signed off, like until you know the design is right.
Yes,
Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with exactly what you've
yes.
just said. Great. Well, you flew through this, which I knew you would. Like that wasn't the objective to see it otherwise. You absolutely flew through those three questions. So can you give me another question to ask another person on Blind Loyalty Challenge?
Yes, I can. And actually, I was thinking about this a few minutes ago, and the question is this way. Let's imagine points and discounts just disappear tomorrow. So there's no miles, no cashback, nothing. What kind of loyalty would actually still exist?
I love it. I tell you why I love it so much is I've just started or coming to completion of judging at the International Loyalty Awards. We're doing remote judging. And there's one program, I obviously won't say who it is because of confidentiality, but there's one program that doesn't have points, doesn't have discounts, and it's just so amazing to read about. It's like so different and so brave. But I
Yeah,
obviously won't say who it is or what anything else about them, but I think it's fantastic.
we will find out eventually.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it depends if they win or not, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, the other judges might not feel the same. And who would you like to come on to the Blind Loyalty Challenge?
Yeah, I would tag Francisco Schnaz. He used to work with us in Club Premier when we were working in Mexico. He's now running a retail company in Mexico called La Europea. I'll send you the contact information, obviously.
Okay, amazing. Okay, Francisco, I look forward to meeting you. Stunning, Fernando. Thank you so much. I knew I'd enjoy this conversation. You've absolutely flown through it. Thank you very much for joining me.
Amanda, thank you very much for the invite. Thank you very much for the questions. It's always very valuable to have somebody like you and working towards the loyalty industry.
Thank you. Thank you.